just wanna dance, I feel good.
Hello everyone, this is Nate and welcome to another video. I hope everyone is happy and okay. I hope you're having a great week, a great night, a great afternoon, whatever it is. I hope you are blessed and highly favored. In today's video, I'll be talking about the top 10 things that I will miss when I go back home to Jamaica. So the top 10 things that I'll miss here in Japan when I actually move back to my home country in Jamaica. So if you are new here, my name is Nate. I am an ALT in Japan. I currently live in Miyagi Prefecture and I've been living in Japan for about 1 year and 7 months when I record this video. It might be posted later, so you know, time will have added up by that time. So let's jump right in. So number one, I will miss the convenience stores in Japan. Now, Japan has many convenience stores. 7-Eleven and Family Mart are the most popular ones. Here, I think Lawson is another very popular one. And so yeah, the convenience stores, the name says it for itself. They're very convenient. I mean, they are open 24 hours a day. You can hop in and hop out at whatever time you like. If you're having a late night craving, you can always run to the convenience store, get a quick pick-me-up, and you'll be happy. The convenience stores are so convenient. It is like within a mile of your apartment. They're very central, and so it's easy to get there. So our apartment in Shizuoka City, we lived 2 minutes from a convenience store. I think that one was Family Mart. Right now, I live in the countryside, so it's a bit further in distance, but we ride bicycles, so it takes us like 5 minutes to actually ride to the closest convenience store here, which is a 7-Eleven. And yeah, they sell hot meals, hot beverages, cold meals, and I mean, you can go there, and if you're really hungry and you need to eat like right now, they also will offer to heat your food for you. Usually I don't do that because I'm just going to grab something and get back home, so I'll heat it myself. But everything is really there and available, from household products, snacks, frozen food, hot beverages, cold beverages, you name it, they have it. Number two, the second thing I'll miss when I go back home to Jamaica is actually vending machines. I know when I came to Japan and discovered vending machines, I was like, whoa, because I had no idea what vending machines were. I know they're a thing, but I have never traveled. When I came to Japan in 2017, that was the first time I was ever traveling, ever getting on a plane, ever going to somewhere other than Jamaica. So I really had no idea of what was out there in the world. So a vending machine was like, woo, to me. So Japan has some of the best vending machines, and these vending machines are even more convenient than the convenience stores, because I mean, there are many within maybe 2 minutes or 5 minutes of your walking, you know. So you'll be walking for 10 minutes, and within that 10 minutes you have passed maybe 3 or 4 vending machines on your way. And each of these vending machines, they offer different things. So a vending machine might offer Coca-Cola, maybe a Red Bull, some juice, but maybe that one doesn't have the juice that you want. But I assure you that if you walk another 2 minutes, you'll find a vending machine that actually has what you want. So very convenient. And I actually live beside 2 vending machines. That one is right outside my the entrance to my apartment, and the other one is a little bit further while I walk to the train station. And it has saved my life many times, because there are times when I randomly run out of like maybe water or something, and I just can't wait until the next morning to head to the grocery store to pick up a bottle of water, pick up a bottle of juice. And so I would just run to the vending machine right outside, put my money in there, and voila, I have water and I have a drink that could serve me throughout the night. Usually I disturb my husband and we like go on a race in the, because sometimes we are out there like maybe 1 a.m. because we're owls and we like to stay up very late. That is not good. Don't do that at home. We stay up very late because we like to watch movies, and so we often Netflix up to late into the night. So we're normally out there like 1:30 a.m. All right. The third thing I will miss when I go back to Jamaica is actually the postal system here in Japan. Now, as I said, when I moved to Japan, I have never traveled before, so coming here and experiencing what life is here was a whole new world for me, because I've only been in Jamaica for all my life, basically. So yeah, the postal service here in Japan is phenomenal, like A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++ all right. It's very convenient also, especially for me that have a hard time adjusting to Japanese food and clothing and so on, because up to this day, 1 year and 7 months later, I still have not adjusted quite much to Japanese food. I still cook every day, and I cook as Jamaican as possible. I get my seasonings shipped to me here in bulk, so they last me for about 3-4 months, and then I'll get another shipment. I haven't been adjusting well to like food and clothing and so on, and so the postal service really makes it easy for me in terms of buying stuff online that I would use to cook, like seasonings from Amazon, and clothing, more Western style clothing. I shop for clothes a lot online because there are about maybe 1 or 2 stores, and I could just name them. It's Shimamura and GU. They are the only stores that I purchase clothes in. I may have 1 or 2 pieces from Honey's, but that's about it. Everywhere else I cannot find. Japanese fashion is very nice though. It's very nice, but it's for them, it's for their culture, it fits their body type, it works for them, it doesn't work for me. So I have a hard time finding clothes. So the postal service makes it easy because I can shop from whatever online store that I want, and I can get my stuff delivered right at my door. Japan has cash on delivery postal service where you don't have to actually pay from your debit or your credit card at the time of your purchase, but you can actually pay the delivery guy when he comes to your door. That has been very helpful for me too. And they also have next day delivery. I think that's also available in the US, next day delivery. And the Prime, I have Amazon Prime, and it's very affordable for Prime for the month. I think I pay like 400 or 500 yen, that's about $5 US, for Prime membership each month, and it works for me. All right, number 4 is the train and transportation service. Now in Japan, transportation, the trains, very convenient, very fast. You can get to wherever you want to go within minutes or within an hour or 2. And Japan has 2 train systems. We have regular train and we have the bullet train. The bullet trains are great, but therefore if you're going on a vacation, a little excursion, the bullet train cuts down your travel time by hours. So for us, to get to Tokyo by a regular train would take maybe 6 hours or more, but the bullet train, it would get us there about 2.5 or 3 hours. So it cuts your distance by hours. And of course, the regular train, very easy, very convenient, and very affordable most times, depending on how far you are going. Yes. The fifth thing that I would miss, or I will miss when I go back home, is actually the 100 yen shops here in Japan, the dollar stores. I know these are in the US, and dollar stores in Japan, the main ones are Daiso and Seria. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there are others, but the names are not clear to me because I've only been in contact with those two. The main difference between Daiso and Seria is that in Daiso, most things are for 100 yen or a US dollar, but there are other things that are sold in there that are not 100 yen. They have stuff that are 300 yen, 500 yen. I think it goes up to 1,000. I am not 100% sure, but I don't think goods go over 1,000 yen. I'm not sure, but I know for sure in Seria everything is for $1. Everything is for 100 yen, no matter what it is, no matter how big it is, no matter what quantity a package is. So Seria, of course, is my favorite shop. I live like 5 minutes from a Seria and 10 minutes by bike from a Daiso, and I shop at Seria most often. And I tell you, these are very good for random spur of the moment, I need to get this kind of shopping. There are many times I'll be like, oh, I need a clip for my hair, I need a comb, I need some nail polish for my nails, I need a quick hand lotion, or some, you know, something for the bathroom, something for the house, and I could just run to Seria, get it for $1, and come back home. Moving along to my sixth thing that I'll miss when I go back home, and that's the safety in Japan. Now, Japan is known for being safe, and I have to say this with some amount of caution, because I've heard horror stories from other foreigners in Japan that where they live are not entirely safe, especially if you're in big cities like Tokyo, for instance. I mean, Tokyo is filled with all kinds of stuff, all kinds of people. So I'm not swearing that Japan is safe, but it has been safe for me and my husband so far, and he has been here a little longer than I have. He's been here for 2 years and counting, and we haven't had problems with safety issues so far. We ride to the grocery store many times, and because Seria is right next to the grocery store that we go to, sometimes we'll pick up things from the grocery store and we'll load up our bikes, the basket with our bags, and then we'll leave them there with our keys in our bicycle and head over to Seria to maybe pick up something, and we have no issue when we come back for our goods to ride home. I mean, our keys are still in our bicycles and nothing is missing from our bags. And I remember one time though, I did the same thing, and I went into Seria, and this lady was standing outside, and she was like watching me, and I was like, why is this lady watching me? And I was like eyeing her, and cause she was standing at my bicycle, and I was like eyeing her like, what the hell is this lady up to? And then I was taking a bit longer than expected, and she came into Seria, and of course she was talking Japanese, but based on gesticulation and so on, I could understand what she was saying. And she was basically saying, oh, I have been watching your bicycle for you, but please don't leave it because people might steal or whatever. So I guess it happens, but it hasn't happened to us just yet. And so I have to say I'll miss that, because in Jamaica you cannot leave your bags unattended. All right, the seventh thing that I will miss in Jamaica is the clean and tidy streets. Now listen, you can never walk on the street and see a bottle, a cork, screw, a piece of paper. I mean, it happens sometimes because not everybody is clean and not everybody follows rules, obviously. But for the most part, the streets are clean, the public areas are clean, the public restrooms are clean up. So yeah, the streets and the public areas are very clean. I mean, when you go into the bigger cities, so for instance Sendai, Tokyo, and maybe bigger cities, you might have a little more mess because of course more people are traveling, more people are going to and from this area, and so it might get a little more messy than usual. But still, the people in Japan, they try to keep their surroundings clean, their bathrooms clean, their toilets clean, and it's normally very hygienic and you feel comfortable within public spaces and walking on the roads and taking the train. All right, the 8th thing that I'll miss in Japan when I actually move back to Jamaica is experiencing the 4 seasons firsthand. And I know this might sound a little but again, in Jamaica we don't have seasons that are obvious. It's always hot in Jamaica. In Jamaica, our season is summer. It's summer all year long. I mean, in December it does get a little cold, but it's still burning hot. Okay, when I went to Jamaica, I mean, when I was in Japan, everyone was posted on Facebook, oh, Jamaica is so hot, Jamaica is so, and I was like, it's not so hot in Jamaica until I landed there. I packed all of these nice clothes. Oh, I'm gonna be so pretty. When I got there, I didn't want to see makeup. I didn't want to see pants. I didn't want to see long sleeve shirts. I didn't want to see long sleeve. I remember I said, you know what? I'm going to tackle this heat. And I wore a dress that has a 3/4 sleeve to our, I think it was our food tasting for our wedding. And man, I burnt up. It's always hot in Jamaica, and so experiencing the 4 seasons here in Japan is very distinct. It's very clear. I know spring from summer, from fall, from winter, and it's amazing. The 9th thing that I'll miss is the politeness of everyone here in Japan. Everyone is polite. Everyone, nobody passes you on the street, and even though I'm a person of color, I haven't been treated differently. As I said, I cannot swear on this because I've heard horror stories of people where they've experienced racism or some type of ill treatment that would probably not happen if they were a Japanese person. So I'm just speaking from my experience. I cannot talk for everybody. But so far, everyone has been polite to me, has been kind to me. I'll be walking on the streets. People will say, hi, hello, konnichiwa, if they don't know English. And they'll give me a smile. When I go to the grocery store, everyone is welcoming and everyone is smiling. They smile a lot here and very welcoming. I have experienced very nice and kind Japanese persons, and I am very happy and comfortable. I'm glad I don't have horror stories and I can talk good things about Japan. And that leads us to our final thing that I will miss in Japan, and that is the easy access to basic life necessities. And I say easy access because it is really easy access. And to explain this a little, where I live now, and I live in the countryside, so it's rural, but it's not rural as you might say. It's a town. It's a town, and not, in Jamaica we would say bush. And even though it's a town and it's a small town, we still have access to so many basic life necessities that we don't have to go into the city to get. The city, Sendai city, is like 30 minutes by train from where I live, and for basic life necessities we don't have to hop on a train to get to those services like the dentist. I live like 2 minutes walk from a dentist. The courier service, we're actually also close to 2 grocery stores within walking distance. One is about 8 minutes ride and maybe 15 minutes walk. We don't walk to the grocery store though because we'll have bags. And another is about 5 minutes ride or less to the grocery store that is right beside the Syria dollar store. And we use that one most often because it's so easy to get there. We ride, we come back, and sometimes based on our grocery shopping each month or grocery list each month, we probably make at least 2 trips to the supermarket because our bikes only have 2 baskets, one at the front, one at the back, and in one trip we can only have 4 bags. And we, as I said, I don't eat many Japanese food, so I cook a lot. We have many shopping stores here. Shimamura, as I said, Shimamura is one of my favorite Japanese clothing stores to shop at. Shimamura is like 10 minutes ride from us. The 7-Eleven, the convenience store, is about 5 minutes ride, and there is also a Family Mart a little further from the 7-Eleven, so maybe 6-minute ride or a 7-minute ride. I think 6 minutes because 60 seconds could get you from point A to Family Mart. And we have drugstores. We have about 3 drugstores within riding, walking distance, just the same. Of course, riding takes you there sooner, but you can also walk to these places and it wouldn't be like, huh, I'm so tired, I can't do it. What else are we near? We also have a McDonald's. Actually, it's 3 supermarkets because there's a big, it's not a big mall that you'd see in the city, but it's a complex where you have another big supermarket, Daiso, a drugstore, McDonald's, a bookstore, 2 restaurants, a pizza shop, and a do-it-yourself kind of store. Do-it-yourself stores where you can go get household products and like sand and cement and gravel and so on. But the workers there, they don't necessarily do things for you, so they don't bring you or take up your, you know, your stuff for you. You have to actually go grab your trolley, pick up your cement, you know, do it yourself. The name speaks for itself. So yeah, that's another complex that's about 10 minutes ride from us, and there are a bunch of stuff down there, so it's pretty convenient where we live in terms of having access to everything that we actually need and use in our daily life. The train station is like 5 minutes walk from our apartment, so I guess to ride it would take us about 1 or 2 minutes. So yeah, very easy, very convenient. And that about sums up the top 10 things that I will miss when I go back to Jamaica. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed talking to you guys about it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos like this, don't forget to comment and let me know your thoughts. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will try to answer as many of them as possible. And if you have video suggestions or things that you like to see, comment them below. I'll be sure to see them. I'm on my phone all day, every day, basically. And so I'll see them, I'll see your comments, I'll see your thoughts, and of course I'll respond as much as possible. If you're new here, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll stick around to see more videos, more postings each week. Until next time, see you in my next video. Bye.
So back to what I was saying. Could be us.